The multiplication property of radicals. A square root of b times c square root of d equals ac square root of bd, where b is greater than or equal to 0 and d is greater than or equal to 0. To multiply radical expressions, the index must be the same. Find the product of the coefficients and the product of the radicands. Simplify the radical expression. They've worked a couple of examples for you. We're going to dive in and work a few of our own. So we're going to do try these A through D. So I'm going to pull out my other sheet of paper. You know I got to have some space to write. So let's go ahead and get started. We have 2 square root of 10 times 5 square root of 3. We're going to take our coefficients. So that's 2 times 5. Then we're going to take our radicals, which would be 10 times 3. This is going to be 10. This is going to be radical 30. 30 will not simplify. So my answer here is 10 radical 30. B. We have 3 square root of 8 times 2 square root of 6. So we can do 3 times 2. And then here we've got 8 times 6. Well, 3 times 2 is 6. And this would be 48. However, 48 can be rewritten as 16 times 3. 16 times 3. What is the square root of 16? 4. So we got 6 times 4 square root of 3. What is 6 times 4? 24. So we have 24 square root of 3. I'm going to write that down for letter B. All right, let's take a look at C. C says 4 square root of 12 times 5 square root of 18. So we have 4 times 5, and then we have square root of 12 times 18. That's 20 square root, let's see, 5 times 18, nope, sorry, 12 times 18. Got a little carried away there. 16, well, let's see. No, it's not divisible by 25. What about 36? There's a good one. So it's divisible by 36. So I can do 20 square root of 36 times 6. What's the square root of 36? 6. So we've got 20 times 6 square root of 6. And 6 times 20 is 120 square root of 6. 120 square root of 6. Lastly, D. D, they try to trick us up. They throw us some letters. We got 3 square root 5a times 2a square root 15a squared. All right, here we go. On the outside, we got 3 times 2a. Underneath my radical, I got 5a times 15a squared. That's going to be 6a square root 15 times 5, 75. So we got 75a cubed. Now, I have a perfect square that'll go in there. That's 25. So I got 6a. And we're going to have 25 times 3. And then we're going to have a squared times a. So I got 6a times 5a square root of 3a. Because we do the square root of that, that's a. Square root of this is 5. This is going to be 30a squared square root of 3a. 30a squared square root of 3a. Go ahead and take a moment to write down those answers so you can get ready to move to the next set of questions.